Welcome to Optimistic Perspective with yours truly, ALETHIA, Colombian-born, Australian-based artist. Remember, we are energy, and what we project, we attract. Stay positive, open your heart, and step through the doors that are waiting for you. ¡Vamos!
Hello. My name is ALETHIA, and this is Optimistic Perspective. And today I have the pleasure to have the incredible Amy. Would you mind to pronounce your last name for me?
It's Lehpamer.
Lehpamer. I tried to say it many times, and I was like,
Doesn't make any sense. Don't.
No, Lehpamer. Where is it from?
I'm actually Croatian, but it's not a Croatian name. It's more Germanic, I think, in its origins. But yeah, it's not like my grandmother's maiden name was Porgacic, which is much more Croatian. Yeah,
okay, I was like,
not a Croatian name, but
I'm
Croatian. So.
Okay, that's lovely. Amy is one of Australia's most celebrated music, theatre performers, and as well musician. You have been from The Sound of Music and Juliet, Dusty, Full of Rock, and now, of course, like Pride and Prejudice. Sort of. The Athenaeum Theatre. Yeah. And it's just a pleasure to have you. So thank you for saying yes to the interview.
Welcome to my very messy dressing room.
Yeah, this is fantastic. We are just literally here in the middle of the shows.
Yes.
Well, we want to start first sort of like, I guess, acknowledging the amazing work you have put in. And with this show as well, it's been such a pleasure to watch you and to watch all the cast. I watched the show already. And it's just insane to see you like go through all the different characters, 4 different characters. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh my God. But one of my favorites is Charles Bengley. And it's just like, it's just so much fun. And then also like seeing you then to go to change again to another one is like, wow. How have you been doing to portray all the different characters at the same time?
It's a really fun challenge. And I sort of realized in the rehearsal process that, I've been really lucky to play these sort of lead roles over the years. And honestly, it's a bit easier doing that because you're sort of on one trajectory and you know what you're doing. And, you have someone following you around, making sure your hair is okay and your costume's okay. And sorry, just one second.
Yeah.
And here's my microphone. And, there's a lot of support when you're a lead. Obviously there's a lot of pressure and focus that is required, but you do have a lot of that. Whereas in something like this show, playing multiple characters, and really we 5 that are in the cast are sort of making everything happen as it goes along. So it really is a mental challenge, and I've loved it. Just trying to keep my thoughts quick and the shifting between characters, which is just like a dream.
Do you have sort of like trick or like something that help you switch from one to another?
I have small physical cues that sort of help me, and they sort of lead, and voices. So they all have very distinct voices. And then there's a different, like just tiny little physicality. So for one of them, Charlotte Lucas, I just pull back my shoulders and she's sort of, I feel like she's got like a bar across her collarbone. And so there's a sort of, she's kind of down like this, and that kind of helps me like put her in a physical position, which the audience probably doesn't notice, but it makes me slow down.
Yeah, but now that you said it, I can remember
I'm very expressive with my hands and I don't want her to be. So for me, it's almost like she's in something and she can't really move her arms. Her arms are very heavy. She's a very different energy to me. So that's my cue for Charlotte, is just to kind of go, okay, that's where we live now.
That's amazing. What has been sort of like the funniest experience so far either in rehearsals or during shows?
Oh gosh, we have been laughing constantly. The show itself is really funny. The show is just so funny. The writing is wonderful, and I'm just so delighted by my cast. Everybody is really contributing, and it's just so fun and funny. But we did have just the other day this hilarious moment, which I don't know if it's funny in the retelling, but right at the end I come on and my character has a top hat, and I'm sitting on the staircase, and all of a sudden I start hearing this. And we were sort of wondering what the sound was, whether it was a mic, and we saw the top hat falling down each step. And it's right at the most like earnest moment of the show when Darcy and Elizabeth are finally getting together, and my hat is just going thud down the stairs. A character unto itself. So that was pretty funny.
Oh my God. And that was like in the middle of the show. Yeah. That's so much fun. Yeah. And what sort of like difference or what experience will be for someone that is coming to watch the show comparing to watching TV
yes.
or like listening to something or streaming?
There's magic in it.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's a couple of things. I think we forget the kind of joy that you feel when you're sitting next to someone and you both, a stranger, and you're all laughing at the same thing. It's kind of wonderful, and I think it's probably healthy. It makes you feel good. You just get that sort of receptor of going, I find this funny, they find it funny. We're all in this together. It sort of builds this instant community. So that's one part of it. And then in this show, you've just got the delight of it. So everything's happening. You may be very familiar with the plot, but it's still going to be very surprising because you don't know who's going to pop up where, playing what, and how. So that in and of itself, beyond this, the beautiful story and the comedy, is just another element that I think is really fun for the audience.
That's, I think, what I experienced watching it. I've been watching it like a couple of times. Hopefully I will watch it one more time. But yeah, that's definitely I think the surprise elements are quite fantastic.
Yes.
Like really well done and like unexpected.
Yeah, and very human. Like they're all it's all driven by people. It's not special effects or anything like that. It's just all done by the characters, which is really wonderful.
Yeah, that's it. Now, going to add something a little bit more personal. You are also a musician and you play wonderfully the violin. And when I was like digging into your life, I was like, oh my God, like she's first, I guess she was first a musician. And then like you went through all your like musical theater stuff and like your acting. How is it like to combine the both and like being able to put both into the stage?
It feels really good. It's really special to be able to, I play a little bit of violin in the show, and it's just a special thing. I started playing when I was so young, and it uses a very different part of my brain because of that, because I wouldn't say it's like riding a bike, so it's harder than that, but there is this sort of other part of me that violinist is, and I think it's like a kind of more contemplative, quieter part, and it's sort of lovely to tie those two things together. And it's a dream. I think it makes the thing that probably makes my parents the most proud, because it's something they invested so much in me for that, and to be able to combine it is really special.
Yeah, and I know like you grew up in Geelong, is that right? Yeah, and that's when you were little and going to like
playing
classes.
lessons, and I come up to Melbourne and do special orchestra things and all sorts of things. So parents are amazing with their investment in children when they play an instrument. And I was just a weirdo that wanted. My parents were like, "Okay, sure, if you want to," and I was like, "I really want to." So they followed my lead, and I was very, very fortunate that they did.
Yeah. Now that's another question that I think is quite special, and it really, I guess, I feel like related to this as well, as a performer and as a musician myself.
Half-hour call. You have half an hour until Act 1 begins. You also have 25 minutes until your pre-show starts. Thank you.
That's good. We're almost there on the show. And I was having a conversation randomly with my brother, and he was like, "Ale, what's the point of doing all those auditions if a lot of the time they say no?" And I was like, it got me thinking, and I was like, I think it's because you love it so much, and it's so also like rewarding, and you believe so much in what you can do that you just continue, and it's part of the process. But how is it like for you to being or have like being like rejected before, and then like like being a part of this show or being part of different shows? Like how's it been for you in that process?
Look, it's hard.
It is
not. it's not normal either. It's hard for other people outside of it to relate to. And,
absolutely.
Even when you're in a show or have a job, it's still not something people necessarily understand, because this world, it's 8 shows a week, it's 6 days a week. We may only perform for 2.5 hours a night, but your whole day leads up to it, and you need to prepare for it, and you need enough sleep, and you need, it's all consuming. So it's a special kind of, we're all special kind of weirdos, I think. But, I think that that's the balance. That when you have the job, it's a huge privilege, and going for the job is always an opportunity. And I've sort of told myself that when I stop feeling that excitement, when I get that, email about an audition, then it's probably over for me, but I haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
I still love that spark of possibility. And, last year I got more no's than I have had ever. But I sort of started to see it a bit differently, where I was like, I'm having the opportunity to live in this character for a few days, while I'm preparing and doing all this stuff. And I really enjoyed it. So, I might not be playing XYZ, but I gave it a go. I'm proud of it, proud of what I'm putting out. And I do think that if you consistently are giving your best, then something will find you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess if it's coming from love,
It
then
does.
like,
Yes,
it will
exactly.
come something special.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. And then sort of like just I guess close to wrap up, is there advice you will give your old self to maybe not worry too much?
Yeah.
And the hits
I could
it's gonna happen.
my current self should stop worrying as well. Look, it's interesting. I do have bits of advice, but I actually, the path I've been on, I've been so fortunate and I've learnt so much with every job. And I think I'm a lot more fun now than I probably was when I started. I was really serious.
Yeah.
Because the weight of it was like huge to me. And especially that I didn't go through drama school. So I think that the fact that I was in the industry, I just took it so seriously and never mucked around, and look, no one should muck around on stage or anything like that. But I probably held myself to a really high standard, which is good. But I think in recent years, I've had sort of a bit more space in me. And I actually think it's made me a better performer because I'm just not as wound tightly and as tight. And I think it's just made me funnier and more able to kind of do the thing that's in my head. I'm more able to execute. Whereas before I'd second guess it. I'd have an impulse and go, am I allowed? I'd be waiting for permission. And now I'm like, nah.
That's amazing.
I'm allowed.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the thing, and I notice that in some young performers when they have that permission for themselves really early and they can do it with grace and it's not ego or anything. They just have that creative permission. I'm so in awe of that because that's taken me longer to
understand.
Gel. Yeah.
I think the power of the enjoyment is something that is just
So I definitely had the enthusiasm and I definitely had the, like the wanting to impress that thing, and it can get you so far, but I think there's got to be something else where it's just your inner drive. And I think I'm finding I'm closer to that.
Yeah, and enjoying the now.
Exactly.
Yeah, amazing. Well, and now the fun part.
Okay.
I have some quick, funny questions.
Great.
Whatever comes to your mind, please answer with it.
Amazing.
Okay, let's do it. You ready? Coffee or tea?
Coffee, but I drink tea.
Morning or night?
Oh, look, I have a child, and so I've learned to love the mornings, but definitely night.
Violin or voice?
Voice.
Wow, okay. Favorite theatre in Australia?
Favorite theatre to be in?
Yeah.
Princess.
The Princess. Now, for the future, dream role you haven't played yet?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I've been thinking about that, a little bit, and it is a bit of a cliche, but I think my dream role would be to create a new role. To be in something, if it was specially written here and to create a role would be amazing. I've done it before and there's nothing like it. It really is a special experience. So I would love that opportunity again.
Love
to be
that.
the first.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
One word for this chapter in your life.
That's really hard. Fulfillment.
Yeah. Love it. And a book that every artist should read?
Oh, wow. These are good questions and difficult questions. Well, I mean, in this case, Pride and Prejudice, but not for every artist. You know what? This is also like, oh God, my 15 years ago, I would eye roll at this, but I did The Artist's Way.
Yes.
I did it with a wonderful group. Shout out to my little Artist's Way crew. I did it with a group over the summer. And it was so good because you can take what you want from but when you're doing it with other people and you've kind of got this little creative hub and we shared things and it was just really wonderful. And I got so much out of it. And I don't know if I would have if I did it by myself. I'd say that. But if you're feeling a little apprehensive about it, do it with a gang. Find a gang. And we committed and it was awesome.
collaboration.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
And last one, a song or an album that has like impact you or that you always remember.
Wow. There's probably two. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, which was something
Yeah.
that like the album I bought when I was 10 years old, and just I used to perform it in my bedroom. Like it was so just so intense. And I've done so many kind of rock pop musicals that I think it kind of set me on that trajectory a little bit. And other than that, Van Morrison album called Astral Weeks, which is something that I grew up listening to, and now that my son loves it as well, and it's kind of become our little family special album. So.
No, that's so nice. I actually don't think I have listened to it, so I will definitely.
It's a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. So special. Thanks
Thank
again.
you. Absolute pleasure.
Please
Thank you.
remind me your socials and where people can connect with you.
Instagram at Amy
Yes.
Lehpamer, which is AMYLEHPAMER.
Nice. Amazing. Thank you so much, and
My
see you
pleasure.
next time.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao. Thank you. That was so much
Pleasure.
fun. Thank you.
Yay.
Oh, I
Gorgeous.
love it. You're so special.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.